Chapter 5. Well, what do you know? Horace and Boris were telling the truth. The head sniffer at the Stink No More factory said they really had been sniffing armpits there between the hours of 6 and 9 p.m. yesterday evening. So Detective Rosenblum had to let them go. I'd advise you folks to stick close to a phone, she said to us, in case some buzzer calls with a ransom demand. So we did. Dad was still over at the Orange Grove working on his story. But Mel, Shirley, and I hung around the front office. It was sad seeing the empty Dolphin pool. Mel tried to get Shirley to play a game of Scrabble. He thought maybe it would take her mind off things. Mel, how can I think about triple word scores at a time like this? She asked. I know, said Mel, shaking his head sadly. Sure, I still think it had to be those two bums. Who else could it be? It could have been anyone, said Shirley. It could have been the mafia. Get out of here, said Mel. What do the mafia want with Ralph and Fluffy? I'm so upset. I don't even know what I'm saying, said Shirley. I felt really bad for both Shirley and Mel. I also felt really bad for Ralph and Fluffy. Where were they? How much money did somebody think they could get for 2 dolphins? And then I went back to the idea that whoever took Ralph and Fluffy had set them free in the ocean. Maybe somebody thought they were doing the dolphins a favor, but it wasn't such a favor. As Ralph himself said, nobody in the ocean was handing out free fish for being cute. You know, I said. Ralph and Fluffy were afraid somebody would set them free in the ocean. If that's what happened, maybe I could contact them. How could you do that? Asked Mel. I could go into the ocean myself and see if I could send them a message somehow, I said. Thoughts travel better in water, just like electricity. Who told you that? Asked Shirley. Fluffy did, I said. I bet you can guess what Mel said next. Get out of here, said Mel. But Shirley wanted to try, and Mel would do anything for Shirley. So the 3 of us drove to the ocean. It was a nice hot day. I waded out into the water. Good luck, said Mel. Don't go too far out, said Shirley. The water wasn't even up to my knees. Shirley was a lot like my grandma Leah. When I got out deep enough, I held my nose. Then I went under. I started sending out messages. Attention, Ralph and Fluffy. Attention, Ralph and Fluffy. This is Zack. Do you copy? Come in, please. I wasn't too sure what "do you copy" meant, but they say that on TV cop shows, and I thought it sounded good. Nothing at all. I came up for air. Do you hear anything? Shirley called. Not yet, I said. I don't understand why they aren't answering, said Mel. Are you sure you're doing it the right way? What's the right way? I said. How should I know? Said Mel. You're the psychic. Boy, a little while ago they didn't even believe I could talk to dolphins, and now Mel thought I wasn't doing it right. Give me a break. But I could see how upset they were, so all I said was, I will try again. So I did. Attention, Ralph. Attention, Fluffy. This is Zack calling. If you can hear me, please answer now. And then, just as I was ready to call it quits, I thought I heard something. It was kind of fuzzy at first, but the sounds were getting louder. Zack, I read you. Repeat, I read you. Ralph? Fluffy? Is that you? No, it's Tiffany. Tiffany? I said. Are you a dolphin? Of course, an Atlantic butter knows. Well, I said, I'm trying to reach two dolphins named Ralph and Fluffy. They were kidnapped. I thought maybe they were taken to the ocean. Have you seen any new dolphins around? Nope. But I will get in touch with Ellsworth. He's only a porpoise, but he knows everybody. Tiffany asked if I could give her a couple of minutes to talk to Ellsworth. I said sure. I waded back to Mel and Shirley and told them I might be onto something. In 5 minutes, I went back underwater. Tiffany was waiting for me. Bad news, Jack. Ellsworth is gone. His cousin Warren told me. Gone? What do you mean gone? Poor Ellsworth. He's been taken to Human Skull Island. That's 3 of my friends so far who've been kidnapped by that lousy fake pirate. Ah, that was it. That's why Long John Silversnitcher sent Mel free dinner coupons. Just so he'd have time to kidnap the dolphins while we're eating. I splashed through the water to Mel and Shirley. Mel, we have to go to Human Skull Island right away, I shouted. I think that's where Long John Silversnitcher has taken Ralph and Fluffy. What makes you think that, dear? Asked Shirley. Tiffany told me, I said. Who's Tiffany, dear? She's an Atlantic bottlenose dolphin, she said. She said Ellsworth, whose purpose might know. I stopped. It's a long story. I will tell you on the way, but now let's go.